Wonderful. So that was our previous chapter, chapter 7. Now we'll start with chapter 8, memory pegging. This is another very interesting chapter. And with this, we will move ahead to memorize the entire states and capitals on the map of India. Okay. And you will see how powerful that is. You will be able to remember which state is where, what number of the state is what is a capital, everything will be done. Okay. So let's come here. Chapter number 8. But before we do chapter number 8, there are a few assignments of chapter 7, and there is a mid assessment also. So half the thing is over. So try to again review that. So as teachers, as students, if you do this, you know that, okay, you've done these things, right? So try to attempt the mid assessment also. And yes, let's move to memory pegging. Fine. Now, what is memory pegging? Why do we use it? So if you will look at the picture over here, what do you see? That few things are hanging on the pegs. Okay, so these are called pegs. If you look closely, these pointy things which are there on the wall on which we hang things, they are pegs or hooks. And on these hooks, we hang our stuff. You'll find such hooks there in your bathroom, behind the door where you hang your stuff. They're in the kitchen where you again hang things. They could be in your room behind the door where you hang your shirt, trouser, belt, and so many things. What is the importance of these pegs? So these pegs or these hooks, they help you organize the place. Imagine I take away or I do some magic, I disappear all the pegs from your house. The life is going to be really mess because I will not be able to manage these small things. They would be just piling up in one place. So pegs are very important. What are memory pegs? So memory pegs are again something like that. We will create hooks, magnetic hooks inside our brain. So like a magnet, I can stick any information to that and I will be able to remember that. Okay. How? We will see. So pegs may be small, but they do the big job of organizing the place. And that's what memory pegs are going to do for us. They will help us organize the place. How? So we've understood what memory pegs are. Now let's see, there are two types of memory pegs, rhyming pegs and lookalike pegs. We will do both of them one by one. But before we do that, I have a list of words. Okay, so the list of words are bun, shoe, and so on till pen. Supposedly, I want you to memorize all these words in order. What would be your suggestion, your solution? Mostly, whenever I ask someone that, okay, if I think of it, it's a list of words, okay, bun, shoe, tree, door. Can I visualize it? You like ask yourself, yes, I can. Is there an inherent story? No, it is not. So I'll create my own story. So what we'll do is we'll form a story of this and we will visualize, we will memorize, right? That's what the usual answer is. But hear me again. Try to read these. I want you to actually read it loudly, all the words with the numbers. Okay, so let's read it together. 1 bun, 2 shoe, 3 tree, 4 door, 5 hive. Are you able to understand what's happening over here? You might see that these are actually the rhyming words for the numbers. So 1 is rhyming with bun, 2 is shoe, 3 is tree, 4 is door, 5 is hive, 6 is sticks, 7 is heaven, 8 is gate, 9 is wine, 10 is pen. So what I've done is I have created 10 words which rhyme with numbers. And now when I ask you, tell me what is the seventh number? Seventh object. You would be able to say heaven. What is this number 2? 2 shoe. What is that number 4? 4 door. What is that number 9? 9 wine. Right? So you see, because it is rhyming, it becomes so easy that, okay, I can memorize anything in order. Right? Now, we are going to use this concept to remember something very important. Okay? Now, there is an exercise in the book. I would want you to do that exercise yourself. We will do something else. Okay? So let me show you what we are going to be doing. So we are going to memorize the location of the states. So on the entire map of India, the way we did union territories, there is one drawback of the way we have done union territories. So we applied story method to union territories. Okay. And if I ask you, there are 8 union territories, tell me which is the 5th union territory. Now what you'll have to do, you'll have to think of the whole story. That, okay, this is the 1, this is 2, this is 3, and then you will reach the 5th one. And then you will say, this is the 5th story. Right? So what is happening? You are actually asking, tracking the whole story. If I ask you, tell me the eighth one, once again, you'll have to go through the entire story and then you will be able to recall. Imagine there are 36 states, 8 union territories, there are 28 more. Now, if I ask you, tell me the 27th state, do you think you'll be going through the entire story? I don't think that is practical, right? And that is when pegging system is going to help you. The way I said, tell me object number 7, you say heaven. Tell me object number 1, you say bun. Tell me object number 8, you say gate. Same way when I'll ask you, tell me state number 7, you should be able to give me an answer. When I say state number 9, you should be able to give me an answer. Okay, now we will see how these memory pegs can be used by us to actually help us remember a list of states in order. And these list of states can be in anything. So we are taking the example of states. Okay, so here is a learning management system. So I will get this also uploaded in your Memory Coach basic program and you can refer to it. Okay, so I'll just note this down. Right, so you can see on my screen, there are the same concept of memory pegs, things are hanging, okay? And what are the pegs? So I showed you some numbers, okay? I showed you the numbers. Okay, now those numbers, let's just go back once again. These numbers, what we saw in the book, okay? These are rhyming with numbers, okay? What are they? They are rhyming with numbers. 1, 1, 2, shoe, 3, tree, and so on. They can be another pegs, that is lookalike pegs. That means they look like numbers. Okay, let me see. Let me show you how do numbers look like objects or how do objects look like numbers. So here is the memory pegs presentation. Have a look to these objects. So there's a donut, pencil, swan, butterfly, chair, seahorse, whistle, axe, snowman, and boxing glove. Now, do you see any similarity between these images and numbers? Pause the video, stay here, look at the objects. If you look closely, you will see that, yes, they look like numbers. Donut actually looks like 0. Pencil looks like 1. Swan looks like 2. Butterfly looks like 3. Chair looks like inverted 4. Seahorse looks like a 5. 6 looks like a whistle. 7 looks like a axe. Snowman looks like as an 8. Boxing glove looks like as 9. So what are we doing? We are creating memory pegs. So memory pegs are basically any object that help me connect with numbers, that help me associate with numbers. They are memory pegs. So earlier we saw the rhyming pegs. These are lookalike pegs. Let's move ahead. So I told you 0 looks like donut, 1 is pencil, 2 is swan, 3 is butterfly, 4 is chair, and so on. All my memory pegs are there. Okay, let's have a list of another objects, or maybe we'll do one thing. Yeah, let's finish this. So how about these pictures? Let's again have a look. So there's a bat and ball, 2 sticks are there, and so on till a walking stick. Do you see any similarity between these numbers, these images, and the numbers? Again, closely look, you will see. Pause the video here, just stick to this picture image, and you'll notice what they are. See, this is actually a 1 and 0, bat and ball, right? 10. 2 dandiya stick or drum stick or, 2 C sticks. They are what? Number 11. Look at this veil properly. It is lateral. This becomes your 1. And here is my 2. Looks like 12. Bow, if you'll see properly, this is easily visualizable. This is like a 13. 14, 1 has fallen down, and this is actually the 4. So what is this? This is number 14. Wall, or this becomes 1. And what is this? This looks like so much like 5. It's like 15. Look at this person, traveler, who's carrying the traveler's bag. Person looks like 1. The traveler's bag looks like 6. It looks like number 16. This is standing line, and the bird is sitting on that woodpecker. It looks like 17. 18, when I ask, is slightly difficult sometimes, but imagine the 18, we have put it lateral. Imagine this is the face of a person. Okay? And the person is covering his face. And the person is wearing a mask, and only the eye and mouth is visible. It's like a thief. How do thief, have you seen in movies, how do thief go for burglaries and, looting the bank? They wear a mask and only their eyes and mouth can be seen. So what is 18? 18 becomes a thief. What is 19? 19 looks like an elephant. This is the one in the front, and this is like a number 9. So the front part, if you'll focus, 19 looks like an elephant. A hen giving egg, that is number 20, right? We took swan for 2, so hen with the egg is number 20. 21, this is number 2, and this is 1, standing stick. 2, 1, 21. So what are these? These are all the numbers that we have for number 10 to 20. 10 is bat and ball. 11 is 2 sticks. 12 is a whale. 13 is a bow. 14 is a yacht or a boat. 15 is wall on the hook. 16 is traveler with a trolley bag. 17 is a woodpecker or a bird. 18 is a thief. 19 is an elephant. 20 is hen with an egg. 21 is walking stick. Right? So these are all our number memory pegs. Now, these memory pegs are going to help you to remember all the 21 states in the central India, because 7 sisters we will do separately, because the students usually are asked 7 sister states. So that we will do separately, and these would be 21 pegs we will use for the other 21 states. Okay, so here is the list of all the 21 states. I will give you access. You will get access to this LMS. In case you do not have, connect with us. We'll give you the user ID password to get connected, and this will be available to you and from the LMS. Now try to even recall and try to even attempt the quiz once. Okay, so that was your memory pegs. So